Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Brenda from Planty Updates. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I do all plant videos. And today I am actually at my office. I just got into work and I wanted to start this video, which is actually going to be an update video, but I wanted to start it with showing you the plants that I have at work. So yeah, I have a few, of course, who doesn't? And I have other co-workers that have a couple too, so that's pretty cool. I'll show you one amazing Kalanchoe. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And I try to drop a video in once a week, but I missed last week. I apologize. And yeah, so here we go. Okay, I will start with this big, beautiful variegated Schefflera umbrella tree. This I got, and that's an enormous box of paper clips. This I ended up bringing into work. This was mine. It was given to me, and I actually cut it back. It was absolutely enormous. It was so huge, and so what's left now is, you know, it's probably that piece should be pruned off. My husband's an arborist, and I think I'm going to ask him to. I need like a saw to get rid of it, though. It was really hard to prune this thing, but it's a beautiful. I mean, clearly it's growing and it's really happy. It gets lots of light. It's just a beautiful Schefflera, and yeah. So that's in this room, and it's absolutely gorgeous. But I don't have room for it in my house. Okay, so this is my work area. My funny calendar. Okay, I have up on the top here, I have a string of hearts. Look at this. So there's a string of hearts, and it's pretty healthy. I've had it here for quite a while, and it comes across my little cubby, and it's almost touching the floor now. I mean, so I'm gonna have to do something with that, but isn't that cool? It's my string of hearts right there. And then I have a Pearls and Jade Pothos right here in this cubby instead of books. Why not use it for a plant, right? Why not use that for a plant? I don't ever close this, so. And then these are little pieces of the variegated Schefflera plant that I propagated, and they're rooting beautifully, and they're really ready to go. I just need to pot them up. There's like three rooting in here. So 3 pieces of Schefflera. And then over here, I have a Philodendron Brazil, just in this cute little pot that's on my desk. Super cute, super cute. I love Philodendron Brazil. And then I brought, this is rooting in tree fern. This is a Alocasia Regal Shields that has put out, since I brought her in, she's put out 2 leaves. So I'm not sure how long she's going to be able to maintain in here, but she's putting out, there's 1 corm right there, there's 2 corms, so that's really cool. It's definitely growing and it's beautiful and I love it. And then here I have just a Sansevieria. I'm not sure what kind it is, but she lives here with me at work as well. So yeah, these are my plants. And then I also want to show you this crazy Kalanchoe. When I started here 2 years ago, this was 1 piece, okay? And this is what it has done. And it flowered, and she just cut the flower off because it lasted like 6 weeks, and it was kind of dead, so. But I have never ever seen a Kalanchoe climb, and the roots are like everywhere. So yeah, it had the red, you know, the little red flowers, of course, and then I gave her this beautiful. Actually, I only gave her a baby, and look, this is the mother of millions, Kalanchoe as well, with all the babies, and she has shared this with so many people. So yes, we have this at work on my friend's table. And then one more plant that I want to show you. I'm just going to take you with me. This is a public place, so okay. So right here, I brought this into work as well. It's an enormous lemon lime Dracaena, and as you can see, I mean, you can see how enormous it is. So this is a big tall table, okay? You can see that's a tall table. Look at that plant. Isn't that beautiful? And then over here we have 3 very overgrown begonias, cane begonias. They are in really rough shape and need to be cut back, but I've already done it once and it's such a process, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So yeah, since I'm at work, so now let's check out the updates. Okay, now I sure hope the lighting is good. I'm trying pro video this time, but there's quite a bit going on in this room, so I thought that I would do it all at once. Okay, first of all, I wanted to give you an update on the ferns that I replanted. Remember I repotted with some fern soil that I made. A bird's nest fern, a crocodile fern, and then this is called something blue star fern. So I'm happy to say that these, I don't know if you remember when I first repotted it, there were 3 smaller middle leaves like that big, and those leaves are actually these. There were 4. They're these ones. So those inner leaves right here, these are brand new and really soft. And now I have new ones coming in, so it's totally growing. I have to say, I'm pretty happy with it so far. They like to be kept moist, so I just watered it yesterday. And so that's so far so good. This blue star, I am also happy to say, has got some new growth. As you can see down there. Turn it around, hold on. You can see the new growth coming in down there, so that's exciting. Again, I switched out that soil, and this crocodile fern, oh, there goes a leaf. Okay. I keep checking it to make sure that it's not rotting, and it hasn't rotted yet, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of amazed that I spent as much time to try to save this thing, because you can get a brand new one for, you know, $10, but truth be told, I just didn't want to let it die, and I'm trying to save it, so we'll see what happens. So there's the update on the ferns. And this lemon button fern is growing tremendously well ever since I put this light up underneath this, these 2 lights up underneath these, this rack in my sunroom. All right, so over here, I wanted to show you, these are all things that I have propagating right now, besides, you know, lots of other places in the house. First of all, let me just show you what I did with my African violet. It was growing, it hadn't bloomed in a couple of years, and it was growing all gnarly, like the main stem was like all twisted up, literally. It formed almost a circle, and then it kind of laid on itself, so I cut it off, and I've had it in here, but it's thriving in this water, so I need to pot that up. But I wanted to show you the Diefenbachia Maculata. They're ready to plant. All of the pieces that we rooted, this is the plant that we got for free from Walmart because it was dead. So we have roots and we have secondary roots. So I'm going to be potting this up pretty darn quick as well. So that's exciting. She's ready to go. She needs to be potted up now, and I kind of have been putting it off a little bit, so that's on me. But let's see. Okay, here we have the Alsobia diantiflora that I cut back in a few videos ago. Remember, I had one long stem that had little rosettes on the stem, so I cut the stems and pushed them in here and held them down with paper clips. And this is how they grow. They grow so fast that I have to turn it around like every 2 days. This one's already pushing out a baby. And then that pot over there, look at it. I've got lots of them having babies. So huge success. Remember I said these are going to make whole pots of plants? They are. They totally are. So I wanted to show you those and how they're doing. So that's a success, I think. And then I'm super excited to show you my Calathea, the one that I need to rinse the water. The one that was dead only had a couple of dead leaves. Remember, it only had this leaf and this leaf, which I cut off because I trimmed it. Anyway, everything you see in the middle there is new. Those are all new leaves. So many, I can't even count them. We have new leaves coming everywhere, and I cannot be any more excited than I am. I am stoked. So that's a huge, this is my only Calathea. I have a couple of Maranthas, but this is my only one. And she has been, oh my goodness, I really struggle with her. But I'm happy to say that she's growing in leca just fine. So I put her in leca because I read that somebody grew a really nice one in leca. So as she gets bigger, I'm going to get rid of these ugly leaves. Actually, I might do it pretty soon. I think it would help because they're not going to get any more healthy. So I think that's what I'll do. Yeah. So I also wanted to show you, let's see. Well, you remember my Alocasia Regal Shields. This is, I think I showed you this newest leaf. It's so big. It is so enormous. But the new love of my life as far as my plants goes is this Nepenthes Alata, and I am absolutely obsessed with this plant. I got this and it was so small, okay? So small, and she's still in a small pot and only moss. I have potted it up, but only once. So I've got two beautiful pitchers on her. It's a pitcher plant, of course. Two beautiful pitchers. This one and that one. So that's pretty exciting. So I did have 3 of them. See this one right here? I had 3 of them, and the third one was just this big, and I literally just barely bumped it and it fell right off. And when it did, it made the most horrible little, it kind of went poop, made a little popping noise. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool looking plant. I just think it's amazing. And there's a little bit of water in there, and then also fungus gnats. So I wanted to show you that. And then I wanted to show you, I have a little bit of a dilemma with my Philodendron McDowell. The leaves are getting, see how she does this? She literally, all the leaves will be flat up against that window. So like I like to say every 2 weeks, but it's more like every week now. I have to spin it around. But so her brand new leaf, this is her brand new leaf right here, okay? Right there. Look how, it's perfect. It's a perfect leaf. Perfect. So it's literally flawless. It's a flawless leaf. But anyway, but it's already putting out a new one. And look, it's outgrowing this thing that I put it in so fast. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta do something, but I don't know what it is. Okay, and also a little bit of an update with those plants that I potted up a little over a week ago. I'm pretty sure, you guys, that these are actually not Micin, but I'm pretty sure that they're Splendid, Philodendron Splendid. But it's doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I just watered it. And these two down here are also doing pretty good. I feel like they're going to be okay. Just gave them a little drink yesterday. Okay, so also I want to give you an update that, remember that creeping ficus that was hanging right over there in that window in the corner when I was showing off my ficus, and I cut it all the way back. I had to cut it all the way back. Well, here it is now. So as you can see, they're very forgiving plants. I just cut all of the stems back, just cut them all back, and it stimulated growth, and now she is, growing wonderfully. So pretty soon she'll be in a position to hang again. And then the next thing I wanted to give you an update was, remember when I cut this this ficus, Oh my goodness, hold on. Open this thing. Well, Ficus Audrey? I think it's an Audrey. So remember when I planted the top piece, which is right here, and then I also had 2 other pieces that I had cut and put rooting hormone on, and then I simply put them in the median, just like that. I didn't soak them, I didn't root them, I just put it in there. Well, the way that turned out was, as you can see, I only have 1 piece left. However, that piece, it was just a little tiny nub. I'll drop a picture right here in the corner so you can see it, but now it's absolutely growing. I think it's time for me to take off the, because it's been like, wow, probably maybe a month. So it's doing good. I successfully propagated it, but the other 2 pieces did not root at all. They did nothing except for just dry up. They didn't rot, they just dried up. So that's what happened. Anyway, all right, so I wanted to give you that update too. Okay, now in the cabinet, I had just about lost my Alocasia scalprum. It ended up just going down to corms, but I was able to root them again, and now I am going to be able to very soon. I mean, it's really rooted up, ready to go. I'm going to be potting that up, hopefully finding a place for her to live where she can be happy. I started a little start of string of turtles that's propagating nicely in there. Cabinet's really a great place to start propagations, but I was able to, because of, fast thinking on someone who commented, my Philodendron Squamiterum, I just potted it up. God willing, she won't be in the cabinet for too long, but she's in a denser mix, and I just watered her yesterday, and she's looking fabulous. I'm so excited about that. And then, let's see, down here, my black velvet alocasia is finally giving me a new leaf. She put out a bunch of inflorescences. Really hard to see, but I love the alocasia black velvet leaves, so pretty. So she's doing good. And I just added 2 new plants to my collection. I'll go ahead and tell you, I just got them yesterday. This one is called the Philodendron Sodoroi. That's what it is. Philodendron Sodoroi. Just potted her up. She came in a little plug, just a starter plug. See how she goes. And the second one is the Philodendron Dark Form Gloriosum. Really excited about this guy. So let's see if I can grow these successfully. We'll see. And of course my Alocasia Maharani back there has a brand new inflorescence. So I'm going to be cutting that off pretty quick. But anyways, yeah, so that's what's going on in the cabinet. Lots of good stuff, lots of growth, lots of rooting. Okay, what I'm going to talk about now and what I want to show you now is what is going on with my Hoyas since I started using this cloning paste. Let's see if I can get a good picture of that for you. Outside of Eden cloning paste. It came with instructions, and I just decided, since so many of my Hoyas really were not growing all that well, that I'm just going to go for it. So I grabbed a it says to use a Q-tip, but I actually grabbed like a chopstick, and I dipped it in, because the bottle, the bottle's really tiny. I dipped it in the bottle, and I put it on different areas of my Hoyas. And you can see where the goo is. You don't need much. I put some right there, and we have a growth point. This looks like it might be doing something really soon. Now, I am pretty sure at this point, because of how this thing has been growing, I'm pretty sure that it's not just a coincidence on the Hoyas that grew. And I will show you this Hoya Crimson Queen was like not growing at all on the top. That's a whole new leaf. I put some on the top, and that's a whole new leaf on the top. It's new. I put some on this Hoya Kyrii, which hasn't done anything. I'm talking I don't think it grew one leaf in 5 years. I put some right on the end. This leaf is new. It still feels like rubber. It's not even done growing yet. I put some here and there on this plant, and I have all kinds of new growth points. It's insane. I put some, let's see, hold on. I put some on this plant. See it? And I've got growth. So I'm pretty sure that this isn't just a coincidence, because I really just wanted more growth on my Hoyas. So I just started experimenting with it. If you want to look down here, I put some right there in that crotch of the plant. See that new little nub growing? I know that it's not a coincidence. It's crazy. What else? The Shepherdii grew a whole new, right here. This is all new for the Shepherdii. That whole thing is new. So I'm pretty excited about this cloning paste, you guys. And I don't know what the exact ingredients are, but you could probably look it up. You could probably look it up and see, but so that's an update for how well my Hoyas are growing. And then also I'm super excited to say that this new leaf, remember this Hoya with the new leaf? The new leaf is actually this leaf right here. This is the brand new leaf. You remember? And then this is the new growth. That little tiny growth that I showed you just a couple of weeks ago has grown all the way up to there. Just that piece. So this is new growth on my Hoya Kirii over here. You can see that I put some paste there. And then I just discovered this new piece right here. And that new leaf, and it was, I noticed it yesterday, so this one still feels like rubber, but it was stuck. It was stuck underneath something, so I got it unstuck. So hopefully as it continues to grow, you won't see that deformity so bad, but we'll see. So that's what my Hoya Kirii is doing. Really, really great. Okay, so in this room, the Hoyas, most of my Hoyas are flowering right now. And that's super exciting. I just love seeing little clusters of flowers, and there's a little cluster up behind there. We have a cluster right here that's trying to hide. I just think it's so great. Also what I wanted to show you here was I have my Jessenia, my Pothos Jessenia down here. And I've had this for a really long time, you guys, and it's still in the same pot that I put it in when I got it, okay? So it's only one piece, obviously, and it starts over here. And I had a little bit of damage on some of the leaves, and it struggled a little bit, and I think it probably got thrips at one point, because you can kind of tell there's damage, but I had to treat it and all that stuff. But what I want to show you is what the leaves are doing now. Look at this stem. What on earth? How gorgeous. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but these leaves are yellow. Look at the stem. It is absolutely insanely gorgeous. So what I'm going to be doing, and I'm so scared to do it, but I am going to do it. I'm going to cut it because they're just too gorgeous, and you see how thick the stem is? It's just so healthy. The stem is so small when it started, and as it grew, it really wasn't that great. And then all of a sudden, it's like, boom, boom, baby. I'm in love with this. So I'm just for now, and she gets dry as a bone. I water her at least every week. So for now, I'm just gonna leave her right here, just like this. She kind of likes it like this, being able to spread out like that. I think I'll move this out of her way. But yeah, insane, right? Yeah, and my Scindapsus exotica is growing pretty good. Oh, I'm knocking all the flowers off my Primalina. This is my Primalina. She's in full bloom. I have her in an African violet pot, which is a really beautiful plant. I love this plant, so gorgeous. So that one's doing well. Okay, up next we have my Aglaeonema Siam, I think. Yep. Now I cut this thing back 2 pieces because they were super etiolated and had no leaves at the bottom and looked silly. I cut them back and I waited forever. I'm happy to say this one developed this little tiny bud right here pretty quick, but this has literally been months, you guys, months. But now you can see that it's finally gonna grow. So I'm pretty excited about that. This one, I'm gonna continue to wait. It's not doing anything. I don't see anything coming out of the sides. And these 2 pieces that are here are doing okay, but you know what? I'm probably gonna take them out of the pot and check out what their roots are doing because it's super annoying. But what I wanted to show you was, remember when I cut them, here's a container that when I cut them. I cut them so that I have, let me get rid of this. The pieces, I cut 3 pieces off. Here are the pieces, and they have been in this water, and I've changed the water so many times. It looks kind of grungy right now, but I've changed the water. They continue to live, if you want to call it that. This one's not doing anything at all. It's just 2 leaves. And this one's not doing anything either, really. I mean, look, what the hell? Oh, I mean, what the heck? So, and they have done absolutely nothing. I have no roots. I thought that those little white dots, you know, were going to be roots, but no. So I'm just about ready to give up on these, but I'm not going to give up on the rest of the plant. So there's good news there. Another update. Okay, and also over here, I don't know if you remember, but I used to have a plant rack right there that had a whole bunch of large plants on it, and one of them was a pineapple plant that my beautiful cousin Ella gave me, and it was only just like the top of a pineapple. You know, she was experimenting and growing it, so she gave it to me years and years and years ago. So I've been growing it for years. Well, recently, I was just having a hard time keeping it up, so I decided to repot it. But when I took it out of the pot, the roots were literally non-existent, like it was dead. So I cleaned it all up, pulled off any old sheathing and garbage and scrubbed it up and put it in fertilized water. So now it's growing new roots. So hopefully I can save it just because I think it's a cool plant and because it was a gift. And I've had it for so many years, I'm trying to keep it alive. So I thought I'd share that with you. It's pretty funny. All right, and in the bathroom, I know that I did a video about my 2 pieces of Tetrasperma rhaphidophora. One of them was growing in tree fern and the other one was growing in water, so I decided to put them both together in tree fern. And then that's what I did in this vessel, this crystal vessel, and I put them here in my bathroom. And months went by and one of them was not doing well at all. The leaves were starting to get soft. Not good. This is a piece of senecio that I stuck in there to see if I can root it. It's a really long, windy piece that broke off. So, anyways, so one of them wasn't doing good. So I pulled up one of the roots, and sure enough, it was rotten at the bottom. So I cut it off, and I left it in there. And it started rooting, but nothing was happening up here. Nothing was happening. I just had that leaf, and there was just no growth. And I kept looking, going, what on earth am I going to do? Well, I'm happy to say that I just discovered this yesterday. So, oops. So, look at that. She's growing just fine. So I'm so happy about that. And she's almost ready for another clip to continue to climb up the wall. So I'm pretty excited about how that turned out. I would say it's a success. I put only fertilized water. It's not just regular water, it's fertilized water. So, okay, and I also wanted to show you what my Dionne Edule is. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but I got this plant, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago. And within the first 6 months, when I first got it, it had this leaf and this leaf, which I was very happy. I was expecting just to get, you know, that nut-looking thing, but it had these two. So this is my first leaf that it gave me last year. And believe it or not, it's putting out a new leaf this year. You can tell it's new by the light green color. But what's really cool is, hopefully you can see the little tiny hairs at the end of each little leaf. super cute little tiny fuzzy hairs. Well, of course the mature ones don't have that, so it's so cute. It's like it's, you know, brand new with little baby hair. So stinking cute. I wanted you to see that. One of my favorite plants. It's just so unique. I just love it so much. Well, there you have it. Those are what my plants are doing now since I cut them, repotted them, propagated them, moved them. So I've had a lot of successes. I hope you're as excited about those as I am. Had a couple of failures, but you know, it's a crapshoot, really. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm at work again. This is the next day, and my intention was to get this video up last weekend. It's an update video, so it took me a while to compile it with different pieces, different little clips every time I would see a plant that I would want to, you know, film some footage to show you how it's doing because of, you know, a prior video. So I had to compile them all together, and things just got away from me. So I apologize for the wait, and I thank you so much for your patience with my channel, you guys. I feel like I've been floundering. It's almost 2 years, and I have 82 videos, but there's a lot that I have to learn, and YouTube has a lot of resources, but it's very overwhelming, and I have a full-time job still, so I'm doing my best. Because I do have a lot to say, and honestly the only reason why I make videos is because you guys are all I have to talk to about my plants. No one else wants to hear about and see and get excited about plant stuff. So anyways, thank you for holding out and for subscribing, and if you haven't so yet, please consider doing so. It would really help me a lot. I'm trying to grow the channel, but it's slow going, so every little bit helps, and I love feedback. Please give me your comments. I need comments. If you see something that, you know, critiquing is always good. You're gonna learn until your day you die. So thank you so much for watching this video, and until the next time, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and God bless.